because he found an open area, and he found him. Good protection. He steps up right here. Look at that. Easterly hung in the open area, and the quarterback found him.
You don't get many 27-yard pickups on 3rd and 14. That was perfect.
That's a killer for the defense.
And it is taking the crowd back out of it as well. And another timeout taken by Miami. Well, that could be something that really haunts them later too.
Yeah, that's just he had the wrong personnel on the field. They're not.
9-point lead. Here's the keeper by Ponder. Jomo tripped him up.
Do you think Bobby hasn't turned this over to Jimbo Fisher calling these plays?
As far away as he is, I'd say so.
He's standing back there behind the offense. Just every now and then he puts on the headset, but he's back there. He's way back here. All the action's going on here with Jimbo Fisher.
Second down. Porosky again, the tight end in motion. Smith, not much, about a yard. We talked with Bobby. A lot of people wondering when or if he'll ever retire. Jimbo Fisher is the head coach in waiting. Coach Bowden talked with us about that.
That was decided by our president, and it was a good idea, you know, because I'm down towards the end of my career. I haven't decided when I'm going to get out yet. I still love it, you know, but the days are numbered.
Tell you what, he and Joe Paterno, two guys that are great for college football.
His president he was talking about, T.K. Weatherall, a former player at Florida State. 3rd down and long. Ponder rolling left, throwing back, and completes it to Corey Surency. I tell you what, every time they need a big play, it seems like they find one.
They outsmarted them. That was well designed. They had 4 receivers to the left, and they rolled their quarterback out there. So they had a guy real deep, middle, and short, all along the sideline.
There's that trip group, and there's what Bob's talking about.
They got the middle guy. Just find one that's open, and the quarterback has more time because he's outside the pocket.
Be down to about 1.5 minutes when they snap it here. First down at the Canes 24. Smith just puts both arms around that football. Did you notice as he came through the hole?
We're talking to Bobby the other day. We asked him after we talked to him. I said, what's the best part of coaching that you like and the worst part of coaching? He said, well, the best is the game preparation, the practices, the games, of course. And I was kind of surprised. He said, and recruiting. He says, I love talking to the mamas and the papas.
That's because his mamas and papas make him chocolate cake when he comes to visit. He's got that sweet tooth, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, now Florida State's in that dreaded red zone.
And that's been disastrous to him today. Ponder running all the way. 2 or 3 before Hendricks brings him down.
And then I asked, well, what's the worst that you don't enjoy? He says, well, it's the kids. He says when they get in trouble.
Yep.
He says they have to suspend them or grades and conduct and that kind of stuff.
Well, of course, they had the entire academic cheating scandal from last year that was really the whole sports department. And there were about 10 football players involved that didn't play in the bowl game, and a lot of them didn't play until last week. So that's the part that is tough on a lot of coaches, every coach for that matter.
This is the 8th time that Florida State has had 3rd and 3 or less. You can pick those up.
Ponder. Oh, Carr would have had a touchdown. Just couldn't quite haul it in with one hand. And that's 4th down and 3. So the field goal unit will come on to try to make this a 12-point game again. Graham Gano has already hit his career long in this football game, so this should be a chip shot. He hit from 53 earlier. This will be about a 34-yard field goal attempt. We'll look behind Gano. Miami'd love to block one. Boy, that is perfect.
Down the middle.
Right down the middle. Gano, that's a nice weapon to have. 35 yards officially for 3 more points. Miami